the ice cream cone, one of the most iconic foods in history, a billion-dollar idea. But here's the truth. It was a complete accident, born from desperation, chaos, and a scorching hot day at the 1904 World's Fair. This is the story of how running out of bowls created one of the greatest food innovations ever. It's July 1904, St. Louis, Missouri. The Louisiana Purchase Exposition, better known as the St. Louis World's Fair, is in full swing. It's massive. Nearly 20 million people attend. The temperature, brutal. Over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. People are desperate for anything cold. The fairgrounds are packed with food vendors. One of them is Arnold Fornechu, selling ice cream. Back then, ice cream was served in small glass dishes called penny licks. You'd eat the ice cream, return the dish, the vendor would give it a quick wipe, and reuse it for the next customer. Sanitary, not really. But that's how it was done in 1904. Arnold's ice cream is selling like crazy. Line after line of sweating customers wanting something cold. But then disaster strikes. He runs out of dishes. Completely out, and the rush isn't stopping. He's about to lose hundreds of sales on the hottest, busiest day of the fair. Right next to Arnold's stand is a Syrian immigrant named Ernest Hamwi. Ernest sells Zalabais-Din crispy Persian waffles. They're good, but on a day this hot, nobody wants hot waffles. Ernest is watching Arnold turn away customers, losing money while he's sitting on piles of unsold waffles. Then Ernest has a light bulb moment. What if he rolls one of his warm waffles into a cone shape? What if Arnold scoops ice cream into the waffle? Ernest grabs a hot waffle off his griddle, quickly rolls it into a cone before it hardens, and hands it to Arnold. Arnold is desperate, so he tries it, scoops ice cream into the waffle cone, hands it to a customer. The customer takes a bite. The combination is perfect. Crispy, sweet waffle, cold, creamy ice cream. You can walk around eating it with one hand. No dish needed, no spoon required. It's portable, delicious, and completely edible. No cleanup. Word spreads through the fairgrounds like wildfire. Within hours, other vendors are copying the idea. By the end of the fair, the World's Fair cornucopia, later just called the Conies, the sensation of the event. But here's where the story gets messy. Multiple people claim they invented the ice cream cone at the 1904 World's Fair. Ernest Hamwi is the most documented, but there's also Abe Duma, who says he invented it. Then there's Charles Menches, David Avu, and Nick Cabazal claiming to be the first. Why the confusion? Because the idea was so obvious and so simple that multiple vendors probably had the same thought simultaneously. When you're desperate, hot, and surrounded by waffles and ice cream, the solution seems inevitable. Ernest Hamwi goes on to found the Cornucopia Waffle Company and becomes wealthy. But he never patents the cone. Nobody does initially. It becomes public domain almost immediately. The impact is massive. Before 1904, ice cream was fancy, expensive, served in parlors. After the cone, it's portable, cheap, democratic. Kids can buy it on the street. It transforms ice cream from a luxury into an everyday treat. By 1924, Americans were eating 245 million ice cream cones annually. Today, billions worldwide. The cone becomes so iconic, it defines how we think about ice cream. That simple rolled waffle changed food culture forever. And it almost didn't happen. If Arnold had enough dishes, if Ernest wasn't sitting there with unsold waffles, if the day wasn't scorching hot. So the next time you lick an ice cream cone on a hot summer day, remember you're enjoying a snack that only exists because one guy ran out of bowls. The best inventions aren't always planned. Sometimes they're just desperate solutions that happen to change the world. That's the real story of the ice cream cone. If you enjoyed this little slice of history, don't forget to